Welcome to my channel Kamal Sidhu. In today's lecture session, we will discuss performance appraisal, its objectives, benefits of performance appraisal. Then we will discuss various methods for conducting performance appraisal. Let's first begin with the definition. So, performance appraisal is defined as a systematic process in which the personality and the performance of employee is assessed by his supervisor or a manager against predefined standards such as knowledge of the job, quality, quantity of the output, his leadership abilities, attendance, and his attitude towards the work. And this performance appraisal is carried out to identify the abilities and the competencies of the employee for his future growth and development. It is aimed at ascertaining the worth of the employee to the organization in which the employee works. Here the supervisors measure the pay of employees and compare it with the targets and plans. Then the supervisor or the manager analyzes the factors behind work performance of the employees. The employers here are in position to guide the employees for their better performance. These are the four main objectives of performance appraisal. The first one is productivity improvement. The level of productivity employed directly affects the success of a business organization. The appraisal process is used to address any opportunities for improvement. Mistakes in the workplace are normal, but the performance appraisals help a manager and the employee to identify those issues and solve them in a correct manner. So they can also work together to come up with a solution and some goals for preventing any kind of mistakes in future. Then is promotion opportunities. So performance appraisals provide a documentation on an employee's performance. We can say that management can look back at their evaluations and compare the two employees to see which is more ready and capable for a new or a more advanced role in the organization. So the employees are compared on the basis of performance appraisal to get promoted. Then is employee goal setting. So performance appraisal enables a supervisor and the employee to discuss the employee's professional goals. The supervisor can set the goals that the employee must reach during a specific given time, and the employee may also be able to choose goals they want to work based on his past performance or the needs of the business organization. Then the fourth one is employee development. So employee goals and how employees can develop in the workplace are combined together. The performance appraisal process serves to identify the ways to develop the employees through trainings, seminars, conferences, and other type of development programs. The manager and the employee may come up with new responsibilities that will help the employee to develop for the next level, or we can say it helps in the employee to get prepared for a promotion. So these are the main objectives. It is often said that performance appraisal is a kind of investment for the company, and this can be justified by the following benefits. The first one is promotion. So performance appraisal helps the managers to develop a promotion program for their efficient employees. Then is compensation. So performance appraisal also helps the supervisors in developing the compensation packages for the employees. So compensation packages include the bonus, then salary advancement, extra benefits, allowances, and other kind of benefits. The criteria of compensation is based on the merit, which is calculated through performance appraisal. Then is employee development. This we have already discussed, that performance appraisal plays a very important role in developing the employees for next level. Then is selection validation. So performance appraisal helps the supervisors to understand the validity and importance of selection procedure. We can say that the supervisors come to know the validity and thereby the strengths and weaknesses of the selection procedure through performance appraisal, and future changes in selection method can be made in this regard. Then is communication. So for an organization, effective communication between the employees and the employers is very important. Through performance appraisal, the supervisor can easily communicate about the organization goals to the employee, and there can be a proper alignment between the employee objectives and the organizational objectives. The last one is motivation. So performance appraisal serves a motivational tool. Through evaluating the performance of employees, a person's efficiency can be determined if the targets are achieved properly. This very well motivates a person for a better job and helps him to improve his performance in future. So the performance appraisal works as a motivational tool for the employees. So we can conclude from this that performance appraisal is beneficial both for the employee as well as for the organization. The process of performance appraisal is very simple. It starts with establishment of performance standards of employees. Then these performance standards are communicated to the respective employees by their supervisors or the managers. Then at the end of the performance appraisal period, the actual performance of the employee is measured. This actual performance is then compared to the established standards, and the performance appraisal is done based on this comparison. Once the comparison is done between the actual performance and the established standards, then it is conveyed to the employee, or we can say the manager discuss the performance appraisal results with the respective employee. And lastly, any kind of corrective action is taken. This can be in the form of training, or if the appraisal of the employee is very good, then he or she can be promoted or his salary can be increased. So this is a performance appraisal process. A successful or efficient performance appraisal process should have following characteristics. The first one is reliability and validity. So appraisal system should provide a consistent, reliable and valid information and data which can be used to justify the evaluation criteria. Then second is an atmosphere of confidence and trust is required. So the existence of an atmosphere of confidence and trust is very important, or we can say it's necessary to discuss all the matters or the objectives in a frank manner and offer suggestions for the improvement of employees, so that the organization as well as employee objectives are achieved in a proper manner. The performance appraisal should be carried out by the immediate supervisor, but the personnel department can assume the responsibility of monitoring that kind of system. The superior should try to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of the employee and advise him in correcting any kind of weaknesses. Then less time consuming and economical. So the appraisal process or a program should be less time consuming. It should be economical. Appraisal forms, procedures, then techniques, rating should be standardized, and appraisal program should bring maximum benefit to the organization and the employee. Then is open communication or openness. So the results of the appraisal, particularly when they are negative, should be immediately conveyed or communicated to the employees, so that any kind of improvement can be done. A good appraisal system provides proper feedback on a continuous basis. Then is the post appraisal interview. So post appraisal interview should be arranged so that employees may be given a proper feedback about the kind of performance they have performed during the past year or during a past time period. So if they disagree with the evaluation, they can even challenge the same through normal formalized channels, that exist within the organization. And the last one is job relatedness. So suggestions for improvement should be directed towards objective facts of the job. Plans for the future must be developed after consultation with the subordinates. The individual as a person should never be criticized. So these are the essential things which are required for a good performance appraisal system. These are the main methods of performance appraisal that are used by various business organizations. The first one is self-evaluation or self-appraisal. So this is an important way to get insights from employees who evaluate themselves. Then after this, the management has an opportunity to fairly appraise an employee based on their own thoughts. Then is 360-degree appraisal system. So here an employee is evaluated by his or her supervisor, managers, the peers, the colleagues, subordinates, and even the management. So inputs from different sources are considered before talking to employee face to face. So in this process, each employee is rated according to the job done based on the job descriptions assigned to them. So this kind of appraisal system is used nowadays. Then is the graphics rating scale. So this is one of the most commonly used methods by managers or supervisors to evaluate their employees. So numeric or text values corresponding to the values from excellent to poor can be used on this scale, and the members of the same team who have similar job descriptions can be evaluated using this method. Then is the checklist method. So the evaluator gives a checklist to several types of traits, attributes or job descriptions of the employee who needs to be evaluated. The checklist can contain some kind of sentences or simply the attributes, and the evaluator thus marks the employee based on what describes the job performance of the employee. And here if the evaluator believes that employee has certain traits, it is marked positive, otherwise it is left blank. Then next one is essay method. So this is also known as the free form method. As the name suggests, it is a descriptive method which elaborates the performance criteria. A major drawback of this method is that there is biasness in some cases. Then is management by objective. So it is a process in which the manager identifies the desired objectives to be achieved and gives each individual a major area of responsibility in terms of kind of output or result expected from him or her. So this method is basically known as the SMART technique, or we can say it uses the SMART techniques that ensure that goals assigned to the employee are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitive. So it is a less time consuming and cost effective method as compared to other performance appraisal methods. The management by objectives basically involves 4 main steps. The first one is goal setting, then evaluation of standards, then analysis, and final is the periodic review or the feedback. The next type of performance appraisal method is behavior anchored rating scales, or we call it bars. So this method has been developed recently and is claimed to be one of the effective methods of performance appraisal, as it is a combination of a traditional essay evaluation and a rating scale. So we can say it is more expensive than the other methods, but it guarantees precise results. So in this method, the employee's behavior and performance are analyzed, which is used for evaluating the overall performance of the employee. We can say that this BARS method is most preferred performance appraisal method because it enables the managers or the supervisors to get better results, provide a constant feedback, and maintain the consistency in evaluation of an employee. Then the last one is critical incident method. So in this method, the employer or the manager evaluates an employee on the basis of certain kind of events which are known as the critical incidents, where the employee did something really great or something not so great. So this was all in today's lecture session related to performance appraisal. In next lecture session, we will discuss the potential appraisal system. That is also an important part of performance appraisal. Here are some of the important questions from your exam point of view. Thank you.